Okay, so first off, let me start off by saying this.
He apologizes for his randomness.
Yes, I tried one of these new Monster energy drinks today, and they weren't joking when they said that it was the new extreme, like crazy one. So I'm a little pinging right now. Heart rate is through the roof. It's kicking in hardcore. So we're gonna wait for you guys to get going. I'm gonna show you though today. So yeah, heart rate is through the roof with this new Monster energy drink. I am pinging right now, Lex. Pinging, Lex. This new energy drink, David Smith, has me wired. What rank were you? I was a sergeant when I got out. But this new energy drink has me really pinging today. But Evie and I today went and did one of our favorite things to do. We went thrift shopping. There's Evie right there. She's right next to me too, and there she is. You guys can say hi to her, talk to her. Remember, if you're new to the channel and you're just watching this for the first time, subscribe, thumbs up. If you're enjoying it, always look for the tattoo on the thumb. That's how you know it's me, JG.
Peanut, stop.
Let's see if I can get that for you guys. There we go. JG right there. Okay. You're playing GTA 5. Stop, Peanut. So, check this out, guys. So, I went thrift store shopping today. One more time in English. Went thrift store shopping today. And thrift stores, you can always find some really cool stuff, guys. As long as you know what to look for. So, we're going to get started. Start with something simple I found today. Of course, you guys know I have a camper. And I found these trays for your food, your everything like that. A nice little set of 4 of them right there. Perfect. That's going to go in the camper. Perfect. 99 cents. Thrift store shopping, son. These are great. They look brand spanking new. Never been used. I'm going to take those, definitely. I'm going to use those for sure. Now, Evie. This is the one Evie found. And I think this is, did I find a bong? Nah, in this town, it would have been bought out long before I could have gotten there. Evie found this really cool book called The Only Way to Cross. And I know you're like, ooh, the Titanic. Actually, no.
It's about all of them.
It's about all of the major liners at the time when the whole giant moving hotel sea liner thing was in effect. It does cover some of the Titanic and the Britannica and the Olympia and the Carpathia and the Queen Victoria and a lot of that. And if you haven't heard the theory on the conspiracy theory behind the Titanic, go check it out. And it's really interesting that you can that it's actually really cool. But this book is amazing. I think it was a great find that she got. Does it have a year on it?
Yeah, hold on. I think it was 72.
Okay, hold on. She's checking out the year date. That's so cool. LOL typo. The Only Way to Cross.
72.
1972. So what a cool book, huh? Not for nothing. It wasn't an insurance fraud gone wrong. It was,
oh, wow.
they meant to sink the ship.
It's a Library of Congress catalog card number in it, too.
They meant to sink the ship because the Britannica, the Olympia had been in an accident, and because it was it was found to be at the fault of the White Star Line, the insurance wouldn't cover it. So they were both brought into docks. We know there was a propeller swap that happened. Changed the names, changed a few things. Oh, very good, Lex. And they basically wanted to sink that ship intentionally. I think there was also there was a fire that started a coal fire and it was burning, and they just sailed with it burning anyway. So I think that that it was a contingency plan. There was 2 ways: let the fire go, and eventually it'll catch on. Everyone will get off. We'll be fine. Look into the theory more. It's really good. But yeah. So really cool book that she found. Thank you. A great steal at 49 cents. Couldn't go wrong. What a cool book. An original sale price for it, look, it was $10.95 in 1970 whatever. So, you know, that was a chunk of change back then. Minimum wage was like $2.15. So this was no J-Man, I'm so sorry I missed your live stream. I saw it, but I was driving. As soon as I got home, I went to go check it out, and you had taken the video down. Okay, so moving on. Let's see, what else did we find today? Okay, I found a movie. You guys know that I always collect the old Disney movies, the VHS ones. And you've got to always look for the classics.
That was from the pawn shop.
Black Diamonds. And we're going to be adding the Rescuers to the collection. So, of the original, I believe, what is it, 13 or 18 movies?
I don't know.
I think it's 18. I think it's an original 18. I think I'm up to like 12. Okay, what else did we get? Oh, yeah. A little PlayStation 2. You guys know I'm retro. Oh, well, thank you so much, Ghost Drew. I do appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out, and I haven't played Ghost in a while, but I'll catch back up. You might have broken some copyright.
To get a gun license, you have to be 21 for a handgun.
Who asked that?
Lex.
How old do you have to be to get a gun license? Well, here's the thing, though, Lex, because technically in my state, you don't have to have a license to have a gun. You just have to go apply for one. Now, if you're 18, you can buy a rifle or a shotgun, 21 to buy a handgun. But you don't. It doesn't require a license anymore. Most places don't require. Well, some places like New York do. But you shouldn't have to have a license for something that you're entitled to. You know? It's not a right. It's not a privilege. It's a right to have a gun. So I shouldn't need a license for it. But driving is a privilege, and I have to have a license for that. So that makes total sense to me. But yeah, in my state, you just go fill out your background information, and as long as you're being a good person and not causing any problems, haven't broken any major laws, you're good to go, and you get yourself a gun and be a responsible gun owner. Oh, Canada? I have no idea. Canada, yeah, they do require gun licensing in Canada, but that's a separate country, and that's not my place to comment. I have my opinion about it. That sucks that they can't have guns, but that's their thing. You know, they can do what they want. Hello, Phil. But so PlayStation 2 though, and I found a demo disc jam pack. Now I used to love jam packs when I was a kid. They used to come in the PlayStation magazine.
Peanut.
What did you get from the shop? I went thrift shopping today, so we're going through some of the items. So far, Phil, let me catch you up. You're not far behind, bud. You could always rewind. But basically, we found these cool things for the camper, these little meal trays, really cool. A new Black Diamond VHS to add to the collection. This really cool 1972 book about cruise liners from the early 1900s. And we're moving on to this PlayStation game that I found. Yep, absolutely, as it should be. You're right. So we found this thing, and I was looking at it, and these games are going to soon be... PlayStation 2 is going to get into the point soon where it's going to be hard to find these. And the more obscure stuff like that's going to start becoming worth more, I would say, in the next 10 years, as PlayStation starts moving into its own kind of category as retro PlayStation. But what was really nice about this was the completeness of everything and how clean everything was. It still has the original insert to send to PlayStation. Yeah. It's got the original insert that came with the thing that talks about all the games that are available on it. Came with the disc, which was absolutely in pristine condition, and I think it was 49 cents.
We got quite a bit of stuff, actually.
Yeah, we got bags to go through, guys. This is going to be a minute of going through all the stuff we picked up today.
Stop.
Dirt cheap, though. I think I have this one already, but I wasn't sure, and for the price, again, I think it was $2, and it was Harry Potter... Order of the Phoenix on PlayStation 2. Now, I think I had this and we checked, but I wasn't sure. So, and, you know, they didn't put the game in it.
We'll have to take it back.
Did I save the receipt?
It's from the pawn shop.
Oh, that sucks. Are you kidding me? It should be in the system.
Someone got ripped off for that book in the 70s, LOL. Right?
Right. Dude, look, I just opened it and the game's not there. The game's not there.
Popping tags.
Shh. How about that? They didn't even, can you look up the name of the place? We'll just go, I'll call them tomorrow.
That's magic for you.
I'll just call them tomorrow, because that's crazy.
They'll remember us.
Yeah,
because you got the big game with it.
Plus, I was me there. You don't forget the hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I do have to be a wizard to see the game. I never thought about that, Jake. Maybe that's what it is.
Hey, Gaston.
I'll call them. Well, I'm sure they're closed by now. It's Friday. This town is getting ready to party tonight, so I'm sure it's already closed. But I'm hanging out with you guys, so that's not the point. Hold on, let me check the other games. They better not have... She did have to get Bless her heart, though, I did buy a lot of games. So, okay. Now, here we go. Are you guys ready for some cool games? Now, I got 3 more original Xbox games, but I'm gonna put the best for last, I think, and I'm gonna put them in the order of how cool I found, okay? Ready? Okay, first off, I found Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I don't intend on playing these. I just like collecting it because Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite things. I might play once or twice, but the disc was in really good condition, and it came with the book, which is always nice when you can find anything with the book, which still has the mail in, so nobody really opened it or messed with it. Looking at the condition of the disc, a little bit of scratches, but generally overall, hey, there you guys are.
And we can always take it in and get it resurfaced.
I can get it buffed for $1. But it looks like it's in good shape and it should play just no problem.
A guy named Jake said he played that a bit.
Did you? Cool. Well, then I guess I got a good score.
Who's your favorite character from Lord of the Rings?
Oh, favorite character from Lord of the Rings.
Gandalf.
Thank you, Evie, for doing this. This really actually helps out when you read their questions for me, so I don't have to. And then it helps hearing a visual, audio.
Well, that and you don't have to pay attention as much. I can direct you.
I want to say like Aragorn, but that problem with Aragorn is that it's such a common character that I'm sure so many people say that.
Lady?
That would be, what was her name? That was played by Liz Tyler.
Somebody said Darth Vader.
Darth Vader wasn't,
That the guy who's hard to impress said Darth Vader.
Darth Vader from Lord of the Rings. Not quite. Darth Vader was my favorite character because he was the good guy, and people don't realize that. Darth Vader's the good guy.
What was a bang-on statement? What?
Who buffs old discs?
Arwen. Who's Arwen?
Arwen, that's the girl from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that sounds like a guy's name.
Arwen. And you can take your games and CDs to Game Exchange or
Darth Gandalf
Game Exchange. It's $2 and they'll buff your disc out for you.
Gandalf's my favorite.
Gandalf was amazing, but see though, like I guess if you want to go back to it, I liked Radagast the Brown, which is only talked about in one book.
Said shirtless Kylo Ren.
I bet.
The bit about you reading. Oh.
Favorite Lord of the Rings. I don't know, man. Smaug was always pretty cool. But like I said, Darth Vader was a good guy, and people don't realize that. Liv Tyler, right? I actually, when I was a kid, I got to have dinner with Steven Tyler. My grandfather used to own a restaurant out in California, and hold on, I gotta do this. I keep seeing the glasses; those things reflect in my glasses, and it just annoys the crap out of me. So I'm gonna go blind on it with you guys.
You guys, I apologize right now. He has had a energy drink, and this is why he's like spacey. He is going all over the place.
We just did my blood pressure too. I tried this new Monster energy drink, and it's supposed to be twice the strength in a 12-ounce can. And instead of using carbonation with CO2, they used nitrous oxide, and it gave it a really thick, frothy flavor texture. But my heart rate is going absolutely nuts right now. It's actually getting a little pain right there. Not bad, but that's probably just normal. But anywho, so I apologize for pinging a little bit. But moving on.
Quit.
It fell.
No, it did not. It was sitting right next to your lighter.
I put it out and then I
don't care. Stop setting it down.
Okay, so now you guys know I'm a big, of course, I got Halo. I found Halo. I have number 2, so I was really happy to pick up number 1 and add it to it. Again, it came with the book. The book is all in good shape.
I have my CPR, you guys. Ghost Drew said have 911 on standby. I've got my CPR license.
This body has been fine-tuned.
I've performed a lot of CPR as well, so I'm good. I can do it.
Let me explain something to you.
Put them killers
It takes
down.
years of conditioning to be able to put your body through this kind of abuse and be fine. And the Army gave me that set of skills. Trust me, this is nothing new. My heart rate, though, give it this, though. My heart rate's up to, what, 89? Okay? That's the highest it's ever been at a resting state ever. Normally...
Phil goes, that's good stuff. Maybe not good for you, though, Jay, as you are quite hyper anyway.
Man, I feel like I could go out and punch somebody in the face and be gravy. But no. I'm good to go. I do have a condition what's known as runner's heart, so my heart normally sits at a very low resting pace anyway. Usually it's, 50 beats a minute? My heart's really... Everyone freaks out when I go to the doctor. My heart rate, my blood pressure was so low one time, the lady asked if she thought, are you going to pass out? I'm like, no, I'm just chilling, dude. I'm good to go.
They freaked out when your blood pressure was normal at 120/70. They're not quite the brightest people.
Yeah, but then my heart, was at like, they're like, but your heart rate's at 50. I'm like, yeah. Why would I need to be stressed or upset?
I would have never freaked out over that.
They freaked out. It was so funny. And my potassium was through the roof because I had eaten a bunch of bananas.
Ghost Drew said, so you would be fine if I made you do all the PT exercises right now?
I could, yeah, dude, no big deal. I used to monster up in PT all the time. In Iraq, I was drinking...
Yeah, but then I have to listen to the complaining of his shoulder hurting. So no, we're not doing that.
I don't want a PT. Now, I told you guys I saved the best Xbox game for last. And I did. And I did. You guys are going to be like blown away when you see this one. First off, it's still got the card inside of it. The book, I'm going to hide this because I don't want you guys to see it. You can see the back of it. The book is in absolute... This is not the game. This is the back of the book. You want to see the front? Quick, guys, you got to be fast. You got to be fast. Okay, so... There we go. All right, you guys ready for this one? I don't think you're ready for it. I need thumbs up to know if you're ready for it, and I can't see. I see 8 people here with 11 people here with 8 thumbs up. I need 11 thumbs up if I'm going to show you this awesome, awesome game. I promise you guys, if you thumbs up, it will be worth it. It will be worth it. Evie, can you give me a count when we hit there? Because I'm going to hold off on it for you guys.
You got 10.
You don't deserve it until you hit 11. Don't deserve all this until I hit 11. Just can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. Can't do it. You guys are just going to have to wait. That's fine. We're going to put it aside and move on. All right, now, Ash can appreciate this one.
J-Man Show said, oh, I started doing push-ups again, and I'm in Sick Town, USA. But pain is just weakness leaving the body, right?
Yeah, but then, I don't know, man.
Hey, Gaston said, Slocum Force.
No.
David Smith said, I saw the title. Zach Hancock gave you a ton of thumbs up.
You saw nothing. All right, so moving on. I found this...
You still only have 10 likes.
I know, that's why they don't get to see the game. I found this Star Wars comic book from 1996.
Zach Hancock gave you the 11 thumbs up in your comments.
Oh, tricky. There it is. They hit it.
Okay, I was going to say, he almost deserves to know what it is just because he did that. That was a smart move.
I was going to give it to you, too, because you know what? You played my words. I wasn't clear, and you found a loophole, and I love it.
Yeah.
So, but we hit 11 anyway. And I'm a man of my word.
Says you have 2 thumbs down.
That's fine. I love thumbs down. Apparently, people just don't like what they see, and that's fine. But that's okay.
I only see 1.
Well, that's
you have
fine.
12 likes and 1 thumbs down.
That's fine. Again,
the gamer said, I love Star Wars.
Okay, well, good. We'll finish this one up, then we'll get to the game because we'll do that little building suspense thing. All right, so like I said, it's just a comic book of Star Wars.
Wars is life, J-Man says.
Oh, right. So look, this is actually really cool then. I like the cover art. It's called Star Wars Heir to the Empire. And we got this
Can
cool...
Phil make me a editor or moderator or whatever?
On his channel?
No, on mine. Or on yours, I mean.
No, I can't.
Oh, only you?
I got to go on the computer to do it.
Oh, okay.
I just got to remember next time to get the computer out before I do this and set up for realsies. But, so I thought this would be cool to add to it. Cool comic here. Just Star Wars. I mean, what can you say about it? And it's by Dark Horse Comics. So I love adding these kind of things to my collection. Always happy to put some into it. Okay, guys. So I promised you I'd show you a game. And you guys were going to love it. And I know you guys will love it. Okay, so I picked up Celebrity Deathmatch. Let's get it on. That's right. So we'll get to play as wild stars like Tommy Lee, Dennis Rodman, Carrot Top, Busta Rhymes, Marilyn Manson, Anna Nicole Smith, and Mr. T.
Lex Gamer said new video coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
Just some dude said, holy shit.
Right? Are you guys not? Like, how great is this? We got...
You might want to put your glasses back on because I got to take the dogs out.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
You can read your own comments.
I can also see that we've got. It also looks like it's Jerry Springer. If I didn't say him already, no, but you can see that's
that
clearly
fun, but it gets old.
Oh, absolutely! You can say bloody hell, absolutely. Right. So there's that. I'm so excited. This is actually one I'm going to play. What's that? It's an Xbox game. You don't know what Celebrity Deathmatch is, Lex? Oh my god. See, guys, I'm getting old because this was like the funniest thing in the world to me when I was like 10.
I never played it, but I heard it.
So, I've never played the game, but I used to watch it on TV all the time.
Right.
It was hilarious watching them. Like when Hanson went up against Backstreet Boys, but they got mugged by NSYNC.
Play that.
Oh, we're going to play this one for sure. The episodes were great. It was this whole celebrities killing each other kind of things, ripping each other's arms off and beating each other to death, and who would win in a fight. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Stallone, and they would beat the crap out of each other, rip off arms. Eventually one would win. NSYNC went against Backstreet Boys, and I think it was Hanson who dropped the lighting rig on both boy bands to become the ultimate #1 MTV celebrity. Sorry about that. Right? Now, the sticker that I got, it said, as is, okay? Now, originally they wanted $40 for it, and it says disc read error, so it's got a problem. It won't read the discs. But for the price was it was $10. $10, okay? So what was nice about it though is that I really don't need a PlayStation 2. I already have one upstairs, and mine's a custom built one with the screen. You guys have seen it. But what I was short on was power cords of this kind of style. Now, they're very easy to find. They're a very standard plug, at least here in the US, and we don't have those funky prongs like you guys do. We got these really nice, nifty, really nice packaged 110. Haha! So, but I needed some more of these because the Xbox runs on it, the PlayStation runs on it, PlayStation 1 runs on it. What's it called? The Dreamcast will run on this cord. So that was a good find. Now, I found these at other little thrift stores and used stores, and they're about $4. So right off the bat, I was like, totally worth it, right? Right, totally worth it. So I saved $4. So technically the price is now $6 for the unit, is what it's actually worth. So $6 for a broken PlayStation. And you're saying, well, that's really not worth a whole lot. You got $6 worth of crap, right? Well, what was really nice, and the only thing I really, really, really wanted about it, was it had the modem. So if you guys aren't familiar, this is the PlayStation 2 modem. Okay, so that you could go online with what I believe was 250K gaming on PlayStation 2. Okay, so I priced that while I'm in the store buying this thing for $10. I'm pricing it real quick, how much the modem sells for online. You're probably going to pay anywhere from $20 to $30 to get one of these, just the modem. So I was like, okay, well, that's totally worth it now. So score there. Bam. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take this off. I'm going to keep the modem. I'm going to keep the power cord. Then I'm going to take these stickers off, and I'm going to post it online as a parts-only original Fat Boy PlayStation 2 for $15. Now, I can let someone talk me down to 10, which I'm happy with, or
Well, you spazzed out over that.
I didn't mean to cuss. That's just like
some dude's laughing. Everybody's laughing now because your reaction made it priceless. Like you acted like a child who cussed in front of their parent. Like Zach Hancock goes, he said. He like put it in all caps too.
Oh crap.
Oh my gosh, the guy who's hard to impress said, whoa, steady on okay. American Ash.
Okay, hold on.
Hey Gaston said you did it.
Sorry.
You're so naughty.
It came out of left field, you guys.
Jamie said you're so naughty.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys.
That's too funny.
Because I even caught myself off guard with that.
Hancock said they were going to take this video down.
It's, when someone says something shocking and you're like, oh, but when it's you who says it and you still react the same way.
I heard it. You could make this video 10 hours long and YouTube algorithm will find the one, the one F. You got overexcited there, Jay.
Look, I got excited because I'm gonna juice somebody on this.
It's the energy drink. You played yourself. We know your weak point now, or point.
Oh,
it's the energy drink.
It is the energy drink.
I'm telling that Sprat.
I dropped it.
This is all the comments. These are all the comments that just came in. Like, it is so hard to keep up. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
You guys, I guess I should have just stuck outside with the dogs.
That was good.
Tracy Roberts said, hello.
Hello, Tracy. Boy, you just missed it. You should rewind about 2 minutes.
Oh my god. That was freaking funny.
That was not what I meant to do. I'm taking this modem off real quick while I'm sitting here trying to gather myself.
You should seriously go for your thumbnail, you should make it that point.
You guys should find the time and share and tell people to. Well, see, though, the only thing about it is that only people who watch my live streams regularly will know that I don't usually do that. But I got excited because I was like, I got a good score today.
It's a PS2, right?
Yeah, it's an Army thing, right?
Somebody said
it's a PS2. It's a PS2. But the reason you can see it's broken. You can hear like the CD tray motor is probably why it doesn't work. I could take it apart and probably try to play with it and fix it. But what I was really interested, I said though, was I was interested in the modem that was attached to it for the official PlayStation 2 modem. Called the PPH. And again, these sell for quite a few dollars online. And so I was happy to pick it up, and I'll add it to my collection of stuff. The power cord, between the two of these, you're looking at probably...
Zach Hancock said, bro, that was funny.
That's what I do. You guys ever see blooper reels? That was one. That would have made the blooper reels. But these two items alone made the $10 totally worth it. It's probably about $30 worth of stuff right there, $35. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this as a parts piece to somebody. And I'm sure the fan will be good for someone because that was one big problem was the cooling. And someone will pick this up for me. Put it online for $15. Hopefully get 10. If I can get 15 or a decent trade, maybe pick up a new game or something. But something to bargain with, or just keep it for parts for myself. I now have a spare... Excuse me.
I now have said morning all.
Guten Morgen. All right, so we finished those up. That's what we got from there. Let's move on to the next bag. Now, this is the movie bag. We got some... Now, because I just recently picked up a VCR again. We picked up a VCR. Because I think that VCRs are starting to become... I don't know.
Zach Hancock said, I will give you 1 gram of crack for it.
Sold.
He does not need crack.
Okay.
You see him on an energy drink. Could you imagine him on
We're going to start with Evie's finds today first on...
It's that snow pea.
Right. Yellow snow. What are you going to do? We're going to start with Evie's finds first. And Evie found some really cool ones. So, first off, she found the Magic School Bus.
Put them cowboy killers down.
What Makes a Rainbow? The Magic School Bus. This is one of my favorite episodes.
I liked the one where he ate too many carrots and his skin turned... Arnold. His skin turned orange. We didn't get it, but... That was one of my favorite ones.
I love the one where they did the planets and they went to all the different planets and checked out stuff. And then the one where they ate Arnold and went through his digestive tract instead of going to the water park. They went through Arnold.
Yeah, they had to go through him at one point too because he was why his skin was changing colors.
Arnold seems to have been the focal point for a lot of the human things. Well, hopefully you got a laugh and you shared it, so others can enjoy the stupidity of eating yellow snow. But we picked up 3 copies. Well, we went through a Goodwill here.
Yeah, they don't have a power button on VCRs. I never thought.
Yes, they do. They have a power button.
No, it's always on. You just pop the VCR or VHS in and push play.
No,
yes,
there's a power button. We used to have one that had a power button. You powered it on.
I never had one that had a power button.
That one has a power button. You can turn them on and off. Look, go close.
Play. Oh, there is a power.
See? That's on, off. Cool. See, ours even says cool when you turn it on. Where the clocks are, you turn it on and off, it says cool. That's cool. Oh my gosh.
I never knew that. I guess because I've just always left it on. There's no real point to turning it off.
Well, yeah.
Huh.
I even know how to set the clock on those things. Ha!
So do I.
So we got, like I said, What Makes a Rainbow. And then she picked up In a Beehive, which I want to watch this one. This is probably going to be cool.
Are we dealing with the Mandela effect?
No, not right now.
They usually do, but that's...
We're just we're talking about my thrift store finds. It's just cool. And
you guys, I did not drink the same energy.
Then we got the Busasaurus. So I'm not familiar with this one at all. Busasaurus. But I like VHSs because there's just something cool about holding them.
They don't feel like they're going to snap in your hand.
They smell good. And then, like, you can open it up and see the tape inside. And that's
magnetic. I can't stop the video, the VHS.
So that's cool. And for those of us who are cool enough to remember, if that hole used to be covered. If that hole's covered, you can't tape. You can't tape over it. It's a safety protection. Oh, the dog's tackling the cat.
No, not anymore. Peanut, no. That's not going on.
Oh, I was going to show you guys what was going on. Interspecies erotica. Okay, so then Evie also found... She had 2 more. I thought you had 2 more. Nope, just the one? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then Evie found... which is really cool because I remember this company, FHE, Family Home Entertainment. But this is the Christmas classic, Santa is Coming to Town. So it says Santa Claus... Evie's a huge fan of Christmas. I'm not, but Evie is.
My mom used to collect the old Christmas Eve videos, and I just think that those are a good thing to collect because soon there's not going to be any left.
Well, you know, not every movie and cartoon like that got put to DVD. So some of these movies and TV shows are the only medium that it's ever going to exist on is VHS, and then it's going to be gone. You don't see those Christmas specials on TV anymore as much, you know? Because of, on demand and stuff. Uh-oh, Zach. All right. Moving on to the movies I found. Well, okay, I can explain tracking to you is like this. Is the way a VHS works is you have heads, 2 heads and 4 heads. And what happens is... They had to figure out a way. You have to move the tape at a certain speed so that as it ran past a scanning unit, tracking would keep the scanner centered on the picture where it needs to be. And what would happen is as the tape would move, sometimes it wobbles and the tracking would have to stay with it. But they were trying to figure out a way. They figured that to make the eye to have a solid picture with the VHS player, you needed to move the tape at like 10,000 feet per second. Which they were like, there's no way to do it. The tape will fall apart. It's going to explode. So they couldn't move the tape past the head. And they were like, how are we going to do this? Well, they figured out the math into it where that if we move the tape at this speed, and then instead of having the tape move past the head, we move the tape, but we spin the head and at a high RPM. That's the sound you hear, the whee. That's the head unit spinning so that you can move it past the tape at the speed they needed to get the frame per second so that you could have a visual solid picture in VHS format. So that's how that works on a VHS player. And when you have more heads, like a 2-head would read, it would be 2 of them opposite each other on the thing that spins at an angle. It's at an angle, a wheel that spins. And a 2-head would be like a magnetic 2 heads that would pick up on the tape. So 2 heads. And a 4-head would have 1, 2, 3, 4 more heads, more pickup, clearer picture. So that's how that works on a VCR. It was actually really good that they were able to figure out the speed they needed to move and then how fast they needed to rotate the heads to get the equivalency, to get the frame rate they needed. So very cool.
Oh, lamb chops.
So one of my first...
Hey, Gaston said, I found a Sherry Lewis tape recently, and now who don't love lamb chops?
Oh, lamb chops was great. Charlie Horse was my favorite. All right, so hold on, guys. We're moving on. I found some cool VHSs myself as well. Evie found her. She got some good ones, no doubt. Hit some childhood classics. But for me, as soon as I saw it, I had to pick it up. Waterworld with Kevin Costner was one of my favorite movies of all time. The opening scene to this movie is a classic. Did you ever see this movie?
I don't think so.
The opening scene is Kevin Costner on the ocean in a boat. And he's peeing into a rig. And then he pumps it out. And it runs it through these filters. And at the end of it, it comes out as clear water and he drinks it. So he filters his pee to get the water back because fresh water is hard to find in Waterworld. And I love how the opening is universal, which shows the earth, right? Da, da, da.
Oh, apparently the cat and dog were photobombing you.
So Waterworld was on TV 3 days ago. Awesome. This is unedited, so not compressed for film or TV. So we'll get the nice full. There it is, the MCA logo. In the beginning of the movie, the MCA logo is sitting there, and then you see the caps melt and everything floods, and it zooms in, and that's how it starts. What a cool way to start the movie, huh? And then I had to pick this one up because it was just one of my childhood favorites.
What kind of crazy ass Mr. Coffee he had. I ain't drinking my own pee.
There's no way you can pay into a Mister's Choice and get Taster's Choice. There's no way you can pay into a Mr. Coffee and get Taster's Choice. It just doesn't happen. But no, there's a way to extract your pee. And actually, the Army says that you can drink your pee about 5 times before you've robbed it of all the nutrients available. Pee is also sterile for the first 5 minutes while it's still warm. So if you do have an open cut or wound, you can pee on it and then wash it away with water. And that's a good way to disinfect it.
You can also pee on a jellyfish sting.
I've heard that that's a myth, though. But
it only feels better... I can speak from experience, you guys. I got stung by a jellyfish on the foot. It wasn't a very bad one. It was a baby one. But from experience, the pee only helps while it's being peed on. The moment you stop peeing on it, it no longer feels good.
Yeah.
Who peed on me?
Tinkle, tinkle, little star.
It's not quite easy for me to pee on myself.
You know what, though, too? And it's not as easy as you would think it is. Like, you think it should.
It really isn't.
Like, everything in you is telling you, nope, you've been told, don't pee on your brother. So, you know, it's just like your whole life you go through making sure that that's just something you not to do. And when it came time to be like, really got to pee on somebody, it's not as easy as you think.
It takes any relationship to a whole new level.
Especially when they're like, please do it. Like, no, this is wrong.
To be honest, I pee in the toilet.
I love peeing in the shower. It's just whatever. We all do it. Don't lie.
Ghost Drew said R. Kelly flashbacks.
Get a little of that poo-poo, a little of that pee-pee.
It was,
Wanna use your body like a porta potty and pee on you.
Yeah, it was very awkward. No matter who it is, it's going to be awkward.
Well, it's all pipes. You know, I agree from the movie, the TV show Seinfeld. He's
you have no idea. And it was on my toe, so it hurt that much worse. And it was tiny. It wasn't major or anything. But man, you get to that point to where after a while, your whole entire foot just starts throbbing too. And you just want any kind of relief. Even for just a few seconds. And I didn't know what else to do.
I heard vodka works. But I wasn't going to waste perfectly good vodka.
Yeah, vodka's going to work going down the hatch.
Well, it's supposed to heal. It's supposed to heal it too when you put vodka on it.
Well, at least you could aim.
But last movie I got, speaking of military, I got In the Army Now with Pauly Shore. One of my favorite as a kid. One of my very favorites.
Baking soda and vinegar.
And it's because of this movie. Do you see this scene right here? Because of this movie, this is what I said at basic training. When I sat down in the chair for them to cut my hair. And I didn't cut my hair for like 4 months before I went to basic because I knew I was getting a free haircut. Which just made economical sense. Don't spend time.
Phil. I can only imagine you running up to people. His pee has run out. Please pee on me.
This scene in the movie, though, Pauly Shore gets his hair cut. And when he sits down, he says to the barber, okay, look, everybody knows me because of my hair. So, just take a little off the top or whatever. And the barber says, I'm going to give you a haircut that works as well as it does on the disco floor, as it does on the rifle range. Okay, that's perfect. And then they buzz and they spin him around and it's that. And he goes, ah! So when I got to basic training and I sat down in the barber chair, I said to the guy, I need something that works as well as it does on the disco floor as it will on the rifle range. And the guy goes, I know what to give you. And that's when he shaved all my hair off. And I'm proud to say that I knew it was going to happen and they were not prepared for it. The razors, he had these military grade and he's just shaving, knocking through people's hair, gets to my, oh my God, dude, go slow. I knew it was going to happen. And then you come outside and you're like, oh man, my head's cold. And they're like, here, put your headgear on. Oh, wow, that's a good idea. And then you can't find anybody because everybody's bald. And you're just looking at a sea of bald friends, and it looks like seagulls. Everyone's standing there. Some guy's got glasses on, bald heads.
Didn't you mess with somebody?
Yes, I did. I was. This kid was annoying the crap out of me, and he was one bunk over, one bunk down, and wouldn't stop annoying me one night. I don't know what he did, so I just jumped up onto the bunk, grabbed the bunk, and I kicked him off the bunk. And then I took off running. So what I did is the simplest thing is that when people wear glasses and you have no hair, okay, it's two major identifying features gone. And that's the whole point of the military, is to make you blend in so that you don't look like you look like everyone else. It's a standard thing. So what I did is we always had these things called smart books, and I had it with me. Kicked him off the thing. I went around the corner, sat down, took my glasses off. Of course, I'm straight, like skew ball-headed. Look like everybody else. Got my book out, and I'm sitting there looking at it. He comes around the corner. I look up at him. He looks at me. I go back down to my book. He turned away and walked off. A few minutes later, I got back up and walked over to my area. And he's like, dude, where the hell did you go? I was like, dude, you looked right at me. He was like, no, I didn't. I said, when you walked around the corner, the guy sitting down reading the book? Yeah, that was me, man. He was like, oh my God, dude, I didn't even recognize you. But because I guess I outsmarted him in such a way, he didn't even give a crap that I kicked him off his bunk. But it just proved to him that, dude, I can hit you and get away with it. And you're going to come to me thinking that was amazing. Mine, blown. Okay, so guys, that was my...
I do have to say, it was really hard to tell everybody apart when you were out, when on post. I'm like, wow, is that Jeremy coming? Is that Jeremy?
That looks like his uniform.
I'm like, that's kind of his same body type. But then I just started noticing your shoulder.
They all look the same. Evie came to visit me when I came out of the field one time. And you go to the field for a week. And you live in a tent in horrible conditions and get treated like no showers and dirty, stinky, nasty. And I was coming out of the field, and Evie made cookies and brownies or cupcakes for everybody. And trust me, when you've been eating MREs for a week, the idea of sugar, man, everybody went nuts. And I made sure I told Evie, I said, you give it to my guys first. Then we can go to the batteries. Plus, it was nice, though, is that then I had to escort her around. And what sergeant's going to try to make you do work when you're passing out sugary, delicious treats to everybody?
And you stop at him first.
Because, oh, of course, you have to pay
you stop at him first.
You grease
that
the
way, he's like, he doesn't have a problem.
I went up to everybody else is working like a sweat monkey. And I'm like, this isn't my job. My job is done. I did my job. I'm a generator mechanic. My generators are squared away. Everybody else, they're making me do everybody else's job. We can't go home till all these are done, so we all might as well work. I'm like, you guys picked the wrong job. So what I did is I figured, why do enlisted hate officers? It's not that enlisted hate officers, is that you have to understand this, and this is to be, I'll talk honestly for a second. Let's just be serious for a moment. We're going to do that. The Army can function without the military can function without officers. The Army cannot, the military cannot function without the enlisted. Officers are supposed to be there to be a kind of a moral authority. They're supposed to be held to a higher standard, and but they're not needed. You don't have to have an officer. An NCO could easily run the military. But if you got rid of NCOs, it would fall apart. You need your enlisted side. It's like when... All right, imagine this, though. I've had this situation. A second lieutenant came to our unit, okay, brand new, straight out of West Point, or whatever college he went to and got his commission through, whatever. Shows up. He's going to Afghanistan with us. First deployment, no real experience. I mean, if you look at a private first class, a PFC, and that's Marines, and a second lieutenant, what's the difference? Well, one's been promoted twice. So a second lieutenant, remember, is nothing more than a private who went to college. Which, of course, you know that obviously they have a higher learning, and I understand that, and I can respect it, and my job is to respect it. But it doesn't mean that they know more than me. For instance, I'd already been deployed once. A new lieutenant there doesn't really add anything to the team. They're not going to be on mission. If they are, it's going to be very limited capacity. They're not really going to engage. They're going to be there to report and try to. But for the most part, though, if a lieutenant was knocked out, an NCO could easily do the job of a lieutenant. But it doesn't necessarily mean a lieutenant could do the job of an NCO. The way you interact with officers, an officer would never discipline a soldier. Never. He would speak to an NCO who would then discipline the soldier. Connects me to the... I'm so sorry, guys. My phone has just been doing this. Connects me to the Play Store randomly. I don't know why. But an officer would never institute punishment on a soldier or correct a soldier or make him do push-ups. That's not an officer's job. And it becomes very difficult for a lot of people who go from being a sergeant to a... Oh, I know, no. 4,000 views a year? Trust me, I clear that in 28 days. I get... Piper, what did you get that from? She knocked over the drone. No, there's a wing out. That's why. She's over here playing with it. A blade. Okay. So, yeah, 4,000 hours of watch time is what you have to accumulate now. 4,000 hours, not minutes, hours. 4,000 hours of watch time. Oh, that's no big deal. I clear that probably no problem though still. So you figure 4,000 watch hours. That's what, 24,000 minutes? Someone do the math for me real quick. What's 60 times 4,000? 400,000 watch minutes? Why am I off? It's like 240,000 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
A year
in 12 months. Can you double check on that? I thought they said 4,000 watch minutes. I thought I saw that on the Philip DeFranco show.
I have to get on my computer.
Yeah, I'll double check on that. But I thought it was pretty much I thought it was minutes. They said you got to have minutes. You have 3 requirements for monetization. You must have 100,000 or 10,000 lifetime views on the channel. You must have 1,000 subscribers, and you must, in a 12-month period, get 4,000 minutes. I don't think it was hours, Phil. 4,000 hours, that would be... Well, even still, though, let's say this. I get about 5,000 a month. So that would only be 60... 5,000 a month, that would only be 60,000 minutes. That'd only be 10,000 hours. So that's still more than what I need. More than enough. 150% more than what I need. So I'm still in the clear. And even if I wasn't, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't take me long to get back up to what I would need. But no, I'm within the... if it is hours, I'm there. I'm pretty sure it was minutes, though. Because a lot of people, what you see was you can buy subscribers to get to 1,000 and then go live. And people are loading up some videos, like 200-300 views, but that's it. Is it 4,000 hours? Okay, 4,000 hours. Well, then I think it's going to be good, though, Phil. Because what that's going to do is that's going to push a lot of other small... I know it sounds kind of hard to say, but a lot of these smaller channels, they're going to have to build. And it does force and building... It keeps people serious about doing YouTube who are going to be... No joke, they do look pretty goofy. I had some weird lieutenants, man. Weird lieutenants. I'm still friends. It is hours. Oh, thank you, Stormcloud. I stand corrected. 4,000 hours a year of watch time. But again, though, I'm still within my parameters. More within my parameters. I'm plenty. So I'm not concerned. It does, but what I'm saying is, though, is that those who are going to be more serious about YouTube, who are able to put up those kind of numbers, I think it's going to be able to give us better pay, hopefully. Hopefully they can push that down because there'll be less ads going out on certain channels, which means the ads should be then worth more, which means YouTube might pay us more per view, which would be good for those who are working. Like, I'm at the very, very bottom of the tier that makes anything. Oh, that would be great. But it could be a negative, it could be a positive, I guess. It's going to hurt, obviously, some smaller channels. But if they're actually doing it for the joy of YouTube, keep going through. If I ever fell out of status, I wouldn't stop. I still enjoy coming to hang out with you guys and talk with you guys, so it wouldn't change anything. It's not like I'm making a buttload anyway. That's like, oh boy, if I lost a whole $5 a month through YouTube, oh no, my videos are gonna end. It's no big deal. But, people were saying, though, explore other things, other ways. I might start a Patreon. I really don't think I have. I just don't see that I'm popular enough in any way, shape, or form to even justify having one. So that's why I really don't want to go that route. Maybe if I got as popular as Brad at 5,000 subscribers, I might consider thinking about a Patreon. But, yeah, I'm not at that level yet. I don't expect to be. I kind of like it small, a little group. That's how it's been and always will until the end. Hey yo. But yeah, I'll still do me, and that's how I like it. So, out of the finds, guys, which find do you think was the coolest find of all the things we found today? I'm gonna have.
I said we are family.
Absolutely, we are. I'm going to have to say the coolest find just because of how...
Phil and I are actually family, though.
And that's something that's really
funny
cool.
Thing. Phil and I...
Cousins.
Are cousins. Jeremy and Brad.
We're cousins by marriage.
Knew each other, almost 2 years now?
Yeah. A little over 2 years now I've been friends with Brad.
And...
Nah, maybe a year. A little over a year.
Then... Last November... I got my DNA results and found out that I was related to Phil and Brad. Except he put my cuisine
wow.
Evie.
My cuisine Evie. You say the Star Wars was the best find? Very cool. Me personally, I think the best find was Evie's book.
Phil said LOL.
This is just too cool to me. Too cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that, through this entire group and everything, we did our DNA, and the fact that, we would have never have known each other had it not been for YouTube.
But see, though, I have to say...
So we are family.
I have to say this, though. I was watching the commercial once for the DNA thing, and they were testing all these people in a room, and they're telling everybody about it, and they brought this one lady up, and she says, they told her, and by the way, we found you have a cousin in the room, and they bring this one guy down. I'm like, that was so staged. That was so staged.
Oh,
and
the other day, you were sitting there, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, we thought I was German, and da-da-da-da. I switched my lederhosen in for...
A kilt.
A kilt or something. And you're like, that's funny. He thought he was German and found out he has none. And da-da-da. You went on and on. And here I am sitting there thinking I was like, Native American primarily.
Find out, nope.
I don't know if my tree is public, Gaston. I'll have to check that.
Prince Ali, fabulous he, Alibaba.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if I do.
I'm Batman.
Or not. I know I have a family tree on there, but I don't know if it's public.
Did you, Lex?
I would think so. I gotta link it to one of my cousins. I just haven't had time. Oh, yeah.
You got 0.07 native.
0.7.
0.7. So there's a little mix in there. I think this could be very close for a best find, though, too. Just this is when MTV still played music. That's the cat.
No, it's Butter up there scratching.
Oh, scared the piss out of me. My heart can't take it right now, I'll tell you what. You're divine. I love it. I'm 23% awesome, 58% super cool, and 100% badass. And I know you might be saying that's like 180-something percent. I'm a big guy. It's Brad and baklava. So all of this stuff, though, is going to be put up into the collection room and posted and shared, and we're going to add to it as much as we can. I want to get a cool VHS collection together again. DVDs I like to keep down here for myself and personal viewing, but VHS is something that's just memories. But all the games and stuff I think were great finds. The game system. Finding this was just what absolutely tickles me pink. This is just an amazing find. Made in Japan. Hey. Yep. Sony Network. I wonder, does it actually say the connectivity of it? No. No, it doesn't. Probably need to clean it. Take it apart, clean it a little bit. Looks like there's just some simple screws to take out. You should make a cooking video. Lex, if you go back, I did make a cooking video, sort of. You can go back and check out the Bake Chef on my channel if you scroll back, and you can watch when I did a... what's the best way to store old VHSs? To be honest with you, the best way to store them is in a dry, cool place out of direct sunlight. The onion juice video. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. If you guys haven't seen all of the Juice Wars, and you guys are obviously friends and fans of That's Brad, but you should check out Brad and I. We did a thing called the Juice Wars where we went back and forth, and it was, we were trying to top each other on gross ideas, and that turned out bad in a very, very bad way. Wound up with me getting very, very, very sick, and so no, we had to stop that. But you should check out the series. It's pretty funny. Juice Wars. Brad has it on his channel. I've got it on mine. I think I have a playlist set up, so if you want to watch them all. Brad did an amazing job on the on his ghost pepper or hot chili pepper one. He did a wonderful editing job on that one. Tinfoil hat and everything. Just the way he did everything about the video was amazing. I've watched it like a good few dozen times. It was funny. But yeah, I've done a little bit of a cooking show. It was called The Bake Chef. It's a cooking show with a stoner's point of view. Have you eat goat? You mean goat? LA Beast? Oh, good. I'm glad you're finding him enjoyable. Hopefully, when you guys watch him, you let him know that if you found him and I told you to go find him, remind him that Jay Greenbaum 85 sent you. I'd like to collaborate with him on something. He's such a big YouTuber, I don't think I fall in his collaboration zone. He did join us one time on a live stream, which I'm not going to lie, I went onto his live stream later, and he was actually talking about being on my live stream, and he was like, it was really cool when Jay Greenbaum 85 talked to me, and I was excited to have him mention me, and I was like, dude, I was honored to have him in the channel. I always watch him and play games and watch his streams and listen. And I'll comment once in a while, and people come and go from my channel to his channel. But see, though, I hate telling. He knows I'm a veteran. Him and I have talked. He was actually going to do his walk across America, if you guys are fans of the LA Beast. And I had offered my services to him as a driver with the camper so that he would have a place to rest while he was in between. Because you can't leave the road as much as you got. Time would have been of the essence. So somewhere to sleep, crash for a little bit in a out of the elements place would have been nice. Plus, you need someone who can just slow drive behind you for 2,000 something miles while you drive across the desert. And then someone would be needed to zip ahead, fuel up, restock stuff for him. Someone's going to have to stop, refill his water. There was a lot of stuff that was going to, I don't think he understood the aspect, and I was thinking of all these things for him. He was going to go for the gusto, and that's what his mind needed to be focused on, was just the walk. But it was the little details he was going to need help with, and I volunteered to do that. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that we could. And I've always been trying to push him to do it again, but it's not my channel. He does his own thing, which is absolutely amazing. And who could say anything bad about the LA Beast? Have a good day. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have Crystal Pepsi. And I'm very happy to have saved some. And I'm amazed that a man who like that could just, by a YouTube influence, can show a company through desire and pursuit to get what they want. He brought back Crystal Pepsi. So yeah, LA Beast. He's a great guy, great channel. He does some really off the wall stuff. I thought I was pushing the limits with eating yellow snow, and apparently that's really not a drop in the bucket to the amazing things that this guy can do. And even if you think it's gross or nasty, it's still an amazing feat of the way. The buffering is killing you? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. All right, if we get interrupted, just stay with. Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
How does that look? Is that better for you?
I mean, that's been fine on mine.
It doesn't. So no change to your end. How are we looking to you guys out in La La Land?
And by your childhood language, you just said water.
No, in no way am I going to do something stupid like that. There's a reason why. You know, I'll tell you this. Let me explain something to you, okay? When my mom, when I was a kid, told me, you know, don't say swear words, and she washed my mouth out with soap once, it only took that one time for me to realize I don't like soap in my mouth. You know, and that was just bar soap. You know, let alone liquid. So
I had a swift paddle into the butt. That's it.
I got paddled. I got soap in the mouth once.
That was it.
I picked up a cigarette butt when I was a kid once, and I put it in my mouth, and I was holding it waiting for a friend to need. They told on me, and my mom washed my mouth out with soap for putting a cigarette butt in. But you know what I never did again? Never put a cigarette butt in my mouth. I waited until I could put a whole one in there.
Right, I was just thinking the same thing.
All right, anyway. So, yeah.
I wouldn't do... long story short, ended up with drinking Pine Sol.
What is a Tide Pod? Well, here, I'll tell you, Gaston, just to save some time. I'm sure Phil would be more. Tide Pod is these, they're little pods that you drop inside of, inside your wash, and that's it. You know, it's got your soap and your fabric softener all in one, and you just throw them in the wash machine and you're good to go. Tide Pod. So Tide is a brand of detergent here. I'm sure you guys have it as well. And Tide Pods are just the little pods, so you don't have to pre-measured in a little package like the dishwasher soaps in the little packages. And what kids are doing is they're putting them in their mouth and biting them. A few people have swallowed some of this because you know it's concentrated soap poison, and they're going to the hospital. And I think it's 14 deaths already. But you know, I think it's just thinning of the herd.
Now it's buffering.
Now it's buffering. Oh, sorry, we're gonna have to go back to the old style.
I
know, we're back. We're back. I had to change back. Sorry if it wasn't working on your end. This is the one we weren't getting the most interruptions with, so I have to stay on this network. So if it's buffing on your end poorly, it's probably you, because I've got others who are saying it's fine. So I apologize, but, you know, what are you going to do, huh? What's bad? Did the picture go bad? Oh, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, the pod challenge. Yeah, that's bad. It is bad. It's stupid. Can't kids, like, just go smoke pot like normal kids? You know? Jeez. Like, we've got kids off. That's what the war on drugs did. It got kids putting pod tide challenges in their mouths. That's retarded. All right, Lex. Good stuff. Well, if you guys get a chance, make sure you go check out Lex's new video. Lex the Gamer. He's got a new one up there if you get a minute. No, I'm good. I'm good.
And there goes buffering again.
Oh,
apps running?
No, I got nothing going on in the background. Everything it's still doing it, huh?
Yeah.
Is it just you though? Because like it looks like it's running on my end.
I'm on my. I have full network right now.
Okay, well, hopefully, if it does it again, guys, maybe I'll try to chase. This is why I don't like using the YouTube app, but it's so much more convenient. But Camerify has such a delay for me. I hate it. Evie doesn't have that problem
right now.
Yeah, but it's only a small delay. Watch, ready? I put my hand up, and there it is. Like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Camerify, I've got like a 30-second delay.
Mine's not that too bad.
Glue sniffing? Yeah, that used to be a problem. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Is it buffing again? Okay, hold on. We're going to switch back one more time. Sorry. Yeah. Better. Hopefully that's coming through clear now. And that you guys aren't missing anything.
Yeah, but we use our phones.
See, I kind of like... I like doing this. I like to do my YouTube channel with like through my phone for one reason, for a few reasons.
It's convenient.
It's convenient, but I love the idea of what I can do with a phone. I do a lot with this phone. You guys said
it's fine now.
You guys have no idea how much stuff. I started mining Bitcoin with my phone. So when I get off of this live stream, I'll put my phone back to Bitcoin mining, which, you know, some people say you don't make a lot, but, you know, just sitting there. Maybe if it goes up in value, it will, it'll actually be worth more. But like just today, I already mined, plus bonuses and stuff and signups. But on my own, I mined about $1.50. But with signing, like the signing up for it, everything, I made about $25 today, just mining while I was sleeping too. I made about, you know, 45 cents while I was sleeping mining. But it does it the whole time, just sitting it on your phone, and you know, it's a convenient way to get a little bit of Bitcoin going since it's going up in value. But I have no desire to buy into it because I don't trust it. But I don't mind trying to take a little of my time to get on something if it's possible that it can turn out to be of value. Now, it has been running my CPU. Oh, absolutely, Phil, without a doubt. But what I've been doing is I'm running 3 mining programs, and I'm going to get a tablet, and I want to buy a little solar panel thing to charge them up so it's not costing me anything to run these. But you can take old cell phones, download the apps, and run them. And as long as you have an efficient way to charge them, which this phone gets great power efficiency. I ran the apps for probably about 6 hours, and it only took about 40% of my battery. But I can charge it up I charge a block, and I hook it up while I go to sleep. And I've just been running these little Bitcoin apps, and it doesn't get a whole lot. But if you're willing to sit there and just, you know, push the little buttons and get more and sit back and wait, you know, or you can join what's called a pool, and, you know, you're contributing the CPU power to it. So get on the bandwagon. You know, they can only make 21 million Bitcoin, and they're already at about 11, so there's only 10 more million Bitcoin to be made. So I just I started trying it. You know, I made about 10,000, 30,000. The very minimals today. I forget what they're called, but it equivalent out to $1 or so. You know, I made $1 doing something I was already going to do anyway, but do nothing. So, you know, you know, make your phone. I love seeing what you can do with just a phone. These aren't just phones. These are computers that happen to make phone calls. That's what I look at it as. This phone is not a phone. We shouldn't call them phones anymore because they're not. That just happens to be one of the little things they do. No one calls it a telephone anymore. It's just a phone. Or a cell phone. They don't call them cell phones. Is that your cell? It's just a phone.
Which makes it sound like a prison.
Right? You know, you are trapped to it. But it's just cool to see that I can communicate with you guys. I can mine. I can watch YouTube videos, connect with people on multiple platforms, play games with people all over the world. It's amazing what you can do with just a phone. Now, granted, though, I do have a very top-of-the-line phone. It's the program I like to have. I like to have the newest phones. I don't spend a whole lot. I don't buy phones. Like, these phones are ridiculously priced. I do lease this phone, but the leasing price is cheaper than, I think, 25% of the value of buying the phone, which I would be trading in anyway to get the new one when the new one comes out. And then you just buy the new phone all over. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. They're going to give me the next new phone, and I just go about my business. And that's how I like it. I don't play GTA 5 because I don't have GTA 5, but I do play GTA on my PlayStation 2. Not that one. I have another one. But guys, look, we were just doing this video to go through the thrift shopping stuff. I wanted to show you guys everything we got. Hope you guys enjoyed everything. I enjoyed hanging out with you. You guys getting to see me in this crazy state of... we dropped an F-bomb, which caught even me off guard. We saw some really cool stuff we found from the game store.
It didn't catch me off guard until you did.
And yeah. So overall, I think I got some good finds today. Had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys, going over everything we picked up at the thrift store. Love thrift shopping. This is how I get most of my video games: buy, sell, flip. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. See this movie right here? You pick it up for like 45 cents. You can probably sell these for 5 or 10, anywhere up to $20 online if you find the right buyer, and if you don't mind waiting for the right buyer, which I've had to wait 6 months before to find the right buyer. But I've made like a 600% profit on some stuff like this. Bought it for like a quarter, sold it for $20. It's not what it's... Things only have value because people say they do. It's not because it's valuable. It's because somebody says it's worth. It's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. And if I say it's worth this much and someone cuts me down by 50%, that's what it's worth. But I think these things are worth a lot because they're history. They're part of my past and they're what I was enjoying as a child. But you never know. Stuff like that. Always fun to look at, always fun to collect. I love collecting. I'm a collector of collections. So yeah. And I collect videos that I make as well, apparently. All right, guys, you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for wasting some of your time with me. All right, I guess. Thank you so much for wasting some of your life with me. I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you later. Take it easy, huh?